Okay. The teacher should sit and instruct them the entire day and for a portion of the night, to train them to study during the day and the night. Okay. So that as adults they will be accustomed to fulfill obligation to study during the day and during the night, as mentioned in chapter 1, Halachah 8. So that's very very important advice, right? So you train the children, so they have to study the whole day and parts of the night. And I see adults that, for example, they learn in a school, or maybe some went to college, and then after a big break, I don't know, 5-10 years, for 15 years, whatever. Now we're trying to study together, and it's too much for them because they're not used to. You understand? So it's very hard. It's very hard for them. So, but if you start the training from a young childhood, or even like if you all your life as an adult Jew you've been studying. So it's like plus minus few hours. It does not matter. I mean, of course, you're going to feel if you like add 2 or 3 or 4 hours extra during, on a day of study, but it's not something like out of this world. Okay, continue. The children should not neglect their studies at all, except at the end of the day, on the eve of Shabbos and the festival. So let's see, 13. They should study in the morning of these days and not in the afternoons. So I mean on Shabbos, on Friday, right? So on Friday, it's in all of the yeshivas they open half a day. It depends on a season, but usually till 1 p.m., 12:30, something like that. Right? Why? Because the children, of course, parents have to prepare for Shabbos. Of course, they cannot drive and pick up children later on. Okay, that would be too much. Okay. So but otherwise, yeah, that's okay. So I mean, and then plus teacher also has to prepare for Shabbos. Okay. So until the noon, as I say, but not no later than that. The commentaries have questioned the source of Rambam's statements. Some have pointed to Sukkah 28a, which praises Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai for never leaving the house of study except on the eve of Pesach and the eve of Yom Kippur. Similarly, Pesachim 109a applies this praise to Rabbi Akiva. However, it is difficult to say that these are the sources of Rambam's statements. Firstly, the passages refer to the adults and not to the children. Mm-hmm. Also, but I think as we just explained, okay, maybe it does not apply. This passage do not apply to adults. I mean, they apply to adults, but not children. But maybe they needed at home the children to help their parents, and plus what is it? The teacher himself, he has to observe Shabbos, right? He also needs to be home. So I'm not sure why they say there is okay, but continue. Also, the fact that the passages cite the behavior of these sages is worthy, and the praise seemed to imply that it was exceptional and not a rule followed by most. Okay, but that's rule what we actually follow, right? In actuality, on Friday it's half a day. Okay. Also, by the way, they say that there is a huge merit to learn in on Friday afternoon. Why is it the huge merit? Because not too many people learning. People are running around, go shopping. I'm not sure. One time, many years ago, we went on Thursday night, and it was not smartest idea ever. Like, and we thought that that'd be smart. We went like after the midnight. So where I live, These stores open till 2 or 3 in the morning on Thursday. It was so many people. It was such a waste of time. Unbelievable. Especially before Pesach, or before Pesach, like the Pesach Eve, they would be open till maybe till the morning, maybe till 4 a.m. So people still shopping, yeah. And so it's very interesting. So continue. It was number 13. Okay, so they say, and so they would be free of studying on Shabbos and on the eve of Shabbos and festival, and on festival themselves. 14. For study might disrupt the child's conception of the air of rejoicing and celebration that must accompany the festival. It must be noted that Rambam suggests that adults use some of their time for the festival to study. Hilchot Shviat Yom Tov. So it's actually it's there it says that also you say half for HaShem and half for yourself. So half for HaShem, meaning that you go what is it? You pray. You usually the prayer is longer on Yom Tov, and then you study, and then half a day you rejoice. But don't make like the whole day of Yom Tov a waste of life. Okay. So that's the problem is when somebody have guests over. So you have to entertain the guest, and if they're not such a Torah observant people, so you get stuck. That's the biggest torture ever. Okay, so it's very, very proper to learn on Yom Tov. Continue. On the Shabbos, they should not begin a new material. So why is that? I mean, of course. As I just want to point out. So for adults, they say, yeah, adult has to learn partially, like on Yom Tov. But for children, for them, as we learned before, they're suffering. They do not understand what you want from them, right? They've been learning all of these days, from the morning until evening, and now it's Yom Tov, so they cannot rejoice. So that's a little too much for them, right? On them, so we're going easy on them and let them play, eat sweets and candies or whatever they eat, and don't overburden them. But for adults, there is no such excuse, because many people have this excuse that I'm working, I'm taking care of the family, this and that, and I don't have time to learn. Okay, but on Yom Tov you're not working, so you can work. You can actually learn the whole day. So that's the biggest test, the best test. What person is going to do? Now you're off. You ate, right? You don't have to cook. You don't have to go anywhere. So you ate a great meal. So what are you going to do? Okay. So about Friday, so we say do not start new material on Friday. For grasping it involved difficulty and strain, which should be avoided on Shabbos. Okay. So, but review there is no problem. Seen in the Rin 37a. Review no problem, but all new material is too much. However, they should review what was studied previously. Okay. For this does not involve tremendous strain. So they already got the idea, and now they will just review it. No problem. Continue. The children should never be interrupted from their study, even for the building of the temple. So Rambam is very clear about the child study. It's so important. As we said before, our sages say that the world stands on the study of the Torah, and they're going to say two great sages. I don't remember, Rabbi maybe. I don't remember who said so that's so the whole world exists on the breath of the small children who study Torah, and he said not on your breath and mine. Of course, what they are learning, what we're learning, it cannot be compared. So yeah, because you cannot compare. Their breath is so pure because they do not know sin, and ours not so much. Even of course they're very humble, but that's what they said. Commentary. On the Talmud Shabbos 119b makes this statement in the context of the description of a great merit of the children's study, as mentioned in the previous Halachah. Right? So they study, don't interrupt them. Indeed, this appears to be the Rambam's logic in the entire Halachah. Since the children's study is so important, no unnecessary interruptions should be made. This rigorous schedule of study is not followed today. So today, the children would rebel after one day. So they want to play, they want to do this, and they want to that. So unfortunately, among the reasons given are different goals for the Torah study at present from those in the previous generations, as described in commentary to chapter 1, Halachah 12. Alternatively, if today youth were subjected to such a schedule, they might rebel and no advance would become of it. Unfortunately. Right? So today, you can push only so much. So if in olden days, so a son could not even imagine to say no to a father. What do you mean say no? He can he can get kicked for just saying no to the father. But today they talk back and disrespect parents, unfortunately.